I've just finished a lovely work from home day working as a bioinformatician for a research institute in London, but I'm based in Cambridge, so love these days. So join me on today's video where I've just taken you through a lovely work from home day as a bioinformatician whose cluster is actually broken. I say broken, I mean it's down. It's down for maintenance. Hey guys, welcome. So today I had a vision of how I was going to have a really nice morning before work, and I was going to share it on this vlog of like our lovely working from home day morning, but life's not like that. So where's my hairbrush? So yeah, basically I am working from home today, which I love and is so nice. So I thought I'd basically bring you along with me for the day. I can like chat to you more throughout the day of like what's in my calendar, which will be cool. First up, we need to go feed some cats. If you've been here a while, you might remember at the beginning of my channel, I had a cat called Monty, and he was lovely and epic. But Monty is no longer with us. He passed away, God, over a year ago now. But I often cat sit for people in Cambridge. And this is a good thing about working from home because it means that I can cat sit and give people's cats breakfast, which is really cute. I'm running late though, so the vision was we were going to get up at like 6, we were going to wash my hair earlier than this so it was dry, and then I was going to go to the cats for like 7:30 till 8:30, then I was going to grab a coffee from the local cafe, then I was going to come back here and be like sat at my desk for 9 ready to like start the day. This isn't happening. It's 10 to 9 now, so laptop is coming with us to the cat. So we're gonna work for the first hour with the cats, and then I'll run back here for my 10 o'clock meeting. Oh, and I'm also gonna need to put some makeup on at some point because even though I'm working from home, I have Zoom calls today. Well, yeah, I have Zoom calls today, which was like, I'm back from the cat. I've got 10 minutes until my meeting, and I had to blitz my hair because when I was at my old job, one of the previous like members of SLT always said that it's unprofessional to have wet hair. Which obviously you should never listen to things that people say like this, but it just stays. Gosh, I've gone for a bit of a smoky eye today. That wasn't intentional. Whilst I was at the cats, so the meeting I have next is basically with the head of the team and the deputy, and it's me and the other co-organiser because we have, I say volunteered to organise our team's annual away day. And when I worked at Sanger, we kind of did a lot of these like more corporate-y, organisy things. So I'm all here for like an organised, facilitated session of reflection, you know? But yeah, so this morning I was just coming up with ideas for that, which actually I ended up making a whole example agenda, and I think it sounds great. But I have stolen a bit from, I did put a video up here about reasons why bioinformaticians travel, but actually did I do a video actually on my NIH workshop? Maybe I didn't. Well, I went to Washington this like strategy workshop with the NIH. What time is it? That's my text. I'm on the wait list for yoga. Lovely. 9 minutes. Yeah, so I went to the strategy workshop with the NIH, and it was done by this facilitating organisation called like Knowledge Innovation. I love like facilitation and organised, structured stuff. Sugar in my coffee this morning. Oh yeah, my new team are always like, why have you always got sunglasses on your head? Well, actually it's because I need real glasses and I'm still in denial about that. There's loads and loads that needs to get done today because I've got quite a busy day tomorrow with a lot of deadlines. Right. So, yes, today is a really interesting day because, oh look, do you want to see me set up my desk? So our compute cluster is down and, you know, I'm a bioinformatician. My work is all computational. What am I supposed to do with a whole day with the HPC down? And that's why I thought today would be a fun day to vlog, because I can show you all the stuff that like a bioinformatician does when you're not on the HPC. There are things that are part of my role that aren't that. On my to-do list for today, I was making it earlier. Oh yeah, so I now have a little Notion page, my work home, and it has all my little bits in it. It was on my brain dump page. Things that I've got to do today. I need to create a questionnaire for the team. So we're doing a lot of work at the moment of like improving the way we work. And a big part of that is like taking the temperature of the team. So I'm in a group that's working on like standardizing our work practices. So talking about how we use Git and how we implement SOPs and all that good stuff that I really like. So I need to prepare a poll for the team to like take their temperature. And then, interestingly, I'm teaching a course tomorrow on site on Cell Profiler. And actually, when I did my kind of new tools video, someone commented being like, these aren't new tools to me. And that's because I've gone back into like RNA at the moment, which I guess like most people have got RNA experience. But you know, prior to this, I spent a year and a half working in image analysis, and the image analysis core department asked me to help teach one of their courses, which is so cool because like it's just part of the thing I love doing is teaching. So I just need to like prep for that. So that involves like going over the materials, reminding myself of like what's on the slide decks. I actually haven't done the course myself. Like I've used Cell Profiler, but I haven't done the course. So I'm just going to quickly like do the course myself just so I know exactly what's going to be happening tomorrow. It's just exciting because yeah, I used to teach data science with Code First Girls. But anyway, so yeah, I need to go through the Cell Profiler course, prepare for teaching it tomorrow. I'm only the assistant, so it's not like I'm leading, but I think it'll be a really nice way to still stay in touch with my image analysis skills, because as we kind of see all the time in bioinformatics, you know, everything evolves and changes, and one day you might work on genomes, the next you're working on images. So, well, and now there's like spatial omics, right? So happy to like still be keeping my foot in that, dipping my foot in that pool. It's so not a phrase. Oh yes, I've got a really fun day today. At 11, I then got a meeting with the data hackathon committee, because I keep saying yes to things at the moment, which is probably gonna like give me burnout, but I volunteered to organise our institute's hackathon, which like I've been to it for the past 2 years and had so much fun, and they needed organisers, and I think it's such a good thing, and I really wanted to like be a part of it. And I think I'll get to meet like so many more people at the institute, and just being able to like engineer that will be really fun. So I've got a meeting, the kickoff meeting with like the wider committee. Oh, I did say in my other video, right, you organise hackathons when you're principal. You're like steering and like coming up with the ideas when you're at the principal level or like leading teams. Whereas like me as a senior, I'm like organising the day-to-day, and I'll be like hosting the event, which again, we'll love. Yeah, and then I need to just do all these like, yeah, non-HPC stuff. And actually, I was like having an argument with trying to set up a Conda environment yesterday. So I'm actually quite glad that the HPC is down, because I genuinely spent hours trying to get these R packages in Bioconda in a Conda environment. It's 10 o'clock. Log on to my Zoom meeting. So why do people have joined my call 2 minutes ago already? Ridiculous. So my first meeting today went very well. Said my ideas for the wrong meeting. I said my suggestions. They were also in line with the other co-organisers' suggestions. So I don't know why I'm doing so much organising. I'm organising the away day. I'm organising this hackathon. But yeah, I've got 10 minutes till my next meeting, which will then take us up to midday. In my previous job, I never had many meetings, whereas I like meetings. They make me feel productive because I have structure. There's actions and things to do that I can then tick off. That's why I like it. Got a meeting at 11 with the wider hackathon committee, which I'm not chairing because the previous guy is going to chair it, I think. Probably should check that. I need to have a think about what we need to get out from the committee, actually. We could have a think together, couldn't we? Wow, yes, very good English. I'm updating the Notion. I've made a Notion for the hackathon. Yeah, I was never a Notion girl. And then now I'm Notioning a lot. I've got a data challenge Notion. I've got my work home Notion. I've got my Genomics with Georgia Notion. It's all very... Do you know what though? I mean, someone's slacking me. Oh, see, this is another thing in my new job. I'm needed. People need me now. It's just so much nicer. Do you know what? I wasn't meant for being an academic bioinformatician. I can't just right, so what's this? Goodness gracious. So the meeting ended at, I need another coffee. Meeting ended at 11:30. So that just means now I need to do the follow-up actions, or at least write them down. Start doing my afternoon stuff. I've not had my laptop plugged in all morning. What's that about? Oh yeah, also, if you're new here, I'm a bioinformatician, senior bioinformatician now actually. Okay. And I work in a kind of core facility. So in a lot of research institutes, you'll have core groups that do a lot of stuff for all the research groups. So I work in this core bioinformatics department, and there's 20, 25 of us, maybe 20? No, is there? How many people are in our Slack channel? 21, okay. Been there for 3 months now. Make a coffee and I'll do a little bit of story time and update of how current things are going. Yeah, so I've been in my current job for 3 months now, and I know this because yesterday I had my 3-month review. It's strange because my new manager was like, oh, how have you found it? How's it been? And actually, it's really cool because I did an internal move. I used to work in one of the research groups, and then I moved into the bioinformatics team. It was the easiest way of starting a job because you already know how much the coffee is, the cheapest thing in the canteen, you just know how the HPC works, who does what in the institute. It was such a easy starting way of a job. So I just feel like I've been set up for success. I'm just so happy in this new role. And I think because it reminds me of like my first job at Sanger, where I was like in this team of data scientists, and like I had a manager that was like, these are your goals, these are your objectives, like this is your development plan. And I think I just work so much better when I'm in like a team of computational people. But then the best part about my current job is, yeah, I'm in a team of computational people, but then like the whole part of my role is like going out and talking to scientists and like talking to wet lab people and communicating all the bioinformatics stuff in like layman terms, and then like teaching people how to do stuff. And it's just like, I can't, like, I'm just so happy in this new job. And I think part of it as well is obviously like last year in my previous role, the role wasn't like the best fit for me. And also I was going through like a massive bereavement. So I think just the whole thing was just like not ideal timing. So now I'm less depressed and everything just feels great. And also I think another big part of why I'm like enjoying this new role so much is the emphasis on like teaching. Like I'm getting to like design and deliver training courses. Like I love that. I just love that. Because I've said it before, right? Like I used to teach with Code First girls when I was younger last year. Also, this is from the original Starbucks in Seattle. And I love Seattle. I'm actually really upset. This is another update, I suppose. So there's some funding, right? For technical researchers. No, well, just technicians in research institute to go to conferences that are like technical conferences. And I have always wanted to go to SciPy since I was at Sanger, which is like the scientific Python conference. And it's like the biggest Python conference ever. And it's like proper like multi-domain. I really wanted to go to SciPy. I mean, you know, if you don't aim for the goal, you're not going to score. So I applied for £3,000 to go to SciPy in Seattle in July. But I found out last week that I didn't get the funding. So I'm very upset about that, but I also didn't have a poster or anything. So maybe this is just like a wake-up call. Like I've never taken a poster anywhere. I've always just rocked up. I don't know, maybe now I feel like the next step for me is to go to a conference, like running a panel or running a training workshop or something. I think that would be a good fit. But yes, so 3-month review yesterday. Yeah, and my manager was like, everything's great. And I was like, what? And then, do you know what's just so nice as well? Like, there's been times in my career where I've been really quite hounded about my communication. I even had a manager send me on a communication course because I was so rude, even though I was not rude. Albeit I was like a junior with a lot of opinions, but I've never been rude or aggressive. But sometimes when you're a woman, this is what you get branded as. Anyway, I digress. The point is, my feedback in my new senior job with my 5 years of experience was that my communication's been great. No, you higher up. It's just so nice because it's like, it's the part of me that I'm really proud about. Like I love talking to people and I love communicating things in ways that people can understand, and I love building relationships. Like I remember at my last job, I was leaving Sanger, I was actually crying like every day because every day I was being told that I was like upsetting people, and like I genuinely care about the relationships I build. Like that's really important to me. So now it's just really cool because the whole point of my job is like building relationships with like the scientists you're working with and like having a good rapport if you're like running a class. And I just feel like this is where I'm meant to be right now. I mean, I was so annoyed about my commute when I wasn't enjoying my job as much, whereas now I'm like really enjoying my role. I mean, I still hate the commute, let's Okay, so that took longer than expected. It's now 1 o'clock, so it's lunchtime. I'm gonna go outside because it's sunny and it looks nice. I need some lunch, I need some fresh air, and then I'm gonna spend the afternoon doing the cell profiler preparation, which you should always eat the frog for breakfast. So I don't know why I've left the most important thing to do for tomorrow until this afternoon. Right. You know, I could just sit in my garden. How hot is it outside anyway? Oh my God, it's such a nice day. All right, lunch is over. Next 3 hours, prep for the course tomorrow. We're off to a good start. I was looking at the March slide deck and thinking, this doesn't feel right. Teaching a course on Cell Profiler. So Cell Profiler is like a cell image analysis software. It's like a really good GUI, so like graphical user interface. And it's just a really easy way for like non-coders to interact and process images through pipelines. So it's not just like analyzing one image. You can set up a pipeline and then process multiple, all within Cell Profiler. So it's from a team at the Broad, and I think there's like a whole team of people that like maintain it. It's just like the kind of entry-level image analysis tool. But what's quite good about the course is like we'll go over the generic things about how to name files, because as we know in coding, right, all of this under the hood is using code, and file names are just so important to get right, otherwise you break stuff. So going over like good naming principles, and then we'll go over like just the general workflows in like a standard image analysis pipeline. After that, we'll teach them about detecting objects. So when you're doing image analysis, this is to all my bioinformaticians out there who might not be as familiar. What you essentially want to do is you've got your bunch of pixels that are your image, but you want to turn that into objects, like things you can classify. And the way that we do that is basically by generating multiple different masks that go across the image, and they basically like, the mask will be like a binary, 0, 1, yes or no, and tell you, is the object here or is it not? So you can imagine you've got like a bunch of cells, and then the mask would have like masks where the cells are. Basically, that's what you're doing in creating objects. You want to make sure that you've masks that can tell you where all these objects are. And then once you've got objects, you might want to do things to them, like you might want to measure things about your objects. So say you've then got a cell, you might want to measure how big are my cells? How round are my cells? And then you can start thinking about how close are my cells to one another. So yeah, there's loads of things you can do. We also talk about things like thresholding. So you've obviously got an image which consists of all these different pixel values, but you might want to like set a threshold and say, well, if the pixel value is above this certain threshold, then I'm going to call that positive, or I'm not. And then there's a bunch of other kind of filtering that we do. So images can have, like little speckles on them. You can have hot pixels. So there's a bunch of like filtering you want to do. Also, you have things that you can run across images like kernels to like make the kind of boundaries of your objects like more refined, so you can detect them better. But yeah, I feel like I should talk about some image analysis a bit more in here, just like the basic stuff. So it's really fun, actually. It was like when I was learning image analysis, it was like a new data science way to look at a new type of data. Yeah, cool. I've currently reinstalled Cell Profiler and realized there's Mac annoying things that I had to do, because I'd only used it on a different computer, not even my own. So downloaded Cell Profiler, figured out that, and then now I'm going to do all the tasks and then see if there's any issues I bump into, and then I can help people out with them tomorrow. so sunny outside. I don't want to be at work. I want to be outside with an ice cream. Well, to be fair, I'm 8 slides down at 29, so fine. All right, Jesus, this is why I need sunglasses. Yeah, right, I'm gonna call it a day. I nearly made it to the end of the course, but the final stuff is just exporting things to spreadsheets, and I know how to do that anyway. So feeling prepared for tomorrow, which is cool. And yeah, interesting day. So just showing you that, you know, bioinformaticians can do so much it's not coding all day. I hope you found today's little vlog interesting, perhaps. And this is the beauty of my work from home days. It's now 5 o'clock and I'm gonna go and feed the cats around the corner. Then I'm gonna go to the gym. Then I'm gonna go to a gym class. And by the time that's all finished, I normally would have been just arriving back in Cambridge after commuting. So it's nice to at least seize the evening since I didn't seize my morning. But that's me tapping out. I hope you enjoyed, and see you again on another video. Bye.